Warning: sitting around watching videos instead of doing more important things such as home and lawn maintenance may result in your neighbors saying mean things about you behind your back. Viewer discretion is advised. How's it going? Welcome to Hal Mack Studios. You've got Hal Mack here, singer and guitar player extraordinaire, and with me I have the usual band of malcontents and misfits, namely Harold on the banjo, and on the old family piano, which, by the way, no elephants were harmed in the making of, we've got Harry. And as a special treat we have for you, the world's greatest triangle player, a graduate of the American Academy of Triangologists, I give you Howard. The song we'll be doing for you was written way back when by two guys by the name of Don Robertson and Hal Blair. And it was released... Wait a minute. I mean, we got two guys named Don Robinson and Hal Blair? So in other words, it's Don Robinson and Hal Blair and Don Robinson and Hal Blair? Anywho, this song, written by Don Robertson and Hal Blair and Don Robertson and Hal Blair, was written way back in the 60s and released as a single. In fact, it was the B-side of a single whose A-side was the theme to the popular Western show Bonanza. It's hard to say which side drove the most sales, but the fact of the matter is this single reached number one for 1 week, way back in December of 1964. The name of the song is Ringo, or the Ballad of Ringo, and it goes like this. They lie in boot hills all throughout the West. The gunslingers, the outlaws, the Billy the Kids and worse. Say a fellow like the coward that shot Bill Hickok in the back. Worse still, the other day I was in the supermarket, express line, 12 items or less. The guy in front of me had to have 50 items in his wagon. Oh, there's always been one like that in all times of history. Most of them are varmints. But every once in a while, in one of them, there may have lived a man. He lay face down in the desert sand, clutching a 6-gun in his hand. Shot from behind, I thought he was dead, for under his heart was an ounce of lead. But a spark still burned, so I used my knife, and late that night I saved the life of Ringo. Ringo, Ringo. I nursed him till the danger passed. The days went by, he mended fast. Then from dawn till setting sun, he practiced with his deadly gun. And hour I watched in awe. No human being could match the draw of Ringo. Ringo, Ringo. One day we rode the mountain crest, and I went east and he went west. I took to law and wore a star, while he spread terror near and far. With blood and lead he earned such fame, all through the west they feared the name of Ringo. Ringo, Ringo. I knew one day I'd face the test, which one of us would be the best. And sure enough, the word came down that he was holed up in the town. I left the posse out on the street, and I went in alone to meet Ringo. Ringo, Ringo. They said my speed was next to none, but my lightning draw had just begun. When I heard a blast that stunned my wrist, the gun went flying from my fist, and I was looking down the bore of that deadly 44 of Ringo. Ringo, Ringo. They say it was the only time that anyone had seen him smile. He slowly lowered his gun and then he said to me, "We're even, friend." And so at last I understood there was still a spark of good in Ringo. Ringo, Ringo. I blocked the path of his retreat. He turned and stepped into the street. A dozen guns spit fire and lead. A moment later, he lay dead. Ringo. The town began to shout and cheer. Nowhere was there shed a tear for Ringo. Ringo. The story spread across the land that I had beaten Ringo's hand. And it was just the years, they say, that made me put my guns away. But on his grave they can't explain the tarnished star above the name of Ringo. Ringo, Ringo.